Life gets busy. Between tattooing, running the shop, being a husband, being a father, I realized I hadn't really sat down and painted in a long time. And honestly, I missed it. My wife actually gifted me a 10 pack of canvases recently, and that alone motivated me to dust off the acrylics and start creating again. For this piece, I decided to work on a portrait study. Whenever I do portrait studies, I usually pick a reference, mostly for lighting, mood, and facial structure, not necessarily to create an exact replica of someone. For this painting, I used a photo of André 3000 as an inspiration because I loved how mysterious the image felt. Not to mention, he is one of my favorite rappers, and I'm a huge fan of Outkast in general. There are so many ways to approach a painting, acrylics especially, and truthfully, I don't really have a strict process. I think one of the hardest parts for me is knowing when to stop. There's something kind of magical about layering paint over and over again. Every new layer completely changes the piece. The colors I choose are honestly very random at times. Fun fact, I'm colorblind, and people always ask me how that affects my artwork. But I don't really see it as a limitation, to be honest with you. Usually, I tell people I can't fully see the world the way everybody else does, so I kind of just make it up as I go. I focus a lot on contrast, mood, and emotion more than realism. I kind of guide myself by what I feel looks right instead of what a textbook would say is right or wrong. To me, there's no fun in copying reality exactly as it is. Painting feels almost godlike in a strange way because you could create people however you want using nothing but color and value. If you want to paint something blue, purple, green, nobody could really tell me I'm wrong. That freedom is what makes art so beautiful to me. Especially in my line of work, I spend so much time creating for other people and bringing their visions to life. So whenever I sit down with a blank canvas and focus on my own creativity for something personal, there's a huge sense of freedom to that. And maybe that's why I always come back to painting, because for a moment, it reminds me of who I am outside of tattooing, outside of everyday work and everyday hustle. And the freedom is pretty addicting. Thank you all for watching.